another game on Fisherman's Bay in the Centurion. Going to be working the middle hill, as always. Pretty much any medium with good view range, good gun depression, good turret armor, and decent mobility can really capitalize on this map's center. So the enemy team has quite a lot of hit points for us to get through. A mouse and a JB, and although it doesn't have the hit points, the IS-7 does have the armor to be a huge annoyance. So I'm heading straight up for the middle, of course. Our Batchat looks like he's going to try and spot and support me, but you'll see in a minute he doesn't. Team's splitting well. Most of our heavies are going city. A couple DDs going west, including Hardest and his JT. 2801's up. I get a lucky snapshot into him. Perhaps not a full snapshot, but it was still pretty dicey. You can see me really moving around a lot here. Not driving straight forwards or backwards, just moving in seemingly random directions. In some cases what I'm actually doing is following the folds of the terrain. In other cases I'm just trying to fuck with the enemy arty, because I don't want to get hit by him. Our bats disappeared off to the back of the map, hiding in our cap now, so it's actually me doing the spotting. Something ate my shot there. I'm not sure what it was, it may have just missed. But either way, he manages to get unspotted, and oh look, arty's on me. At that distance it should have splashed me. And once again, so it's the Batchat arty, and he's not firing HE, he's firing heat. Because of all the tanks he could possibly need to fire heat at, he's doing it to a Centurion, a tank he could pen with a splash of HE. This thing is allergic to artillery, except when they're as dumb as that. So I work my way towards the east now, looking to get side shots into the guys in town. I do get one into the Batchat, and then I get lit. There's still a 704 up there in mid, so I don't want to be in front of him. But I do want to kill this bat, so I'm sort of working my way down the hill, keeping the elevation between myself and the 704, but trying to get shots on town. Doesn't matter, because the 704 is actually moving around as well. That was him that just knocked the tree in front of me. So I cautiously move up, sort of rock back and forth, trying to spot him without getting hit. 704 is one of the few things in the game that can actually pen the Centurion's gun mantlet all the way through, so I don't want to get hit by him. Fortunately it is a 704, so it does have a cloaking device. So I come around the top here to try and get an angle into him, which will involve a lot less bushes and make him a lot easier to see. And there we go. Make a snapshot. I don't know where that one went. Maybe hit like a corner post on one of the buildings or something. I honestly don't have a clue. Looking for him again. He's still not turned to me. I shoot again. That one hit the dirt. So RNG treating me rather badly this match. Not to be deterred, I work my way around to the right this time. Our Panther 2 hooks in from the left. And the 704 is spotted. He turns to engage me, but gets tracked, which probably saves me getting hit. Get a shot in, and then the Panther 2 finishes him off. So I'm now looking for shots on the ISU. I have them. He gets cloaked up, but I just take a snapshot just in case. And then, because I'm not lit, as far as I can tell, and just in case he hasn't moved, I pop another one in that direction, but it hits terrain. So I see west isn't doing too well. Begin moving in that direction. I think Hardest was flipping out about the pattern at this point. But it begins to get dealt with. Finally our Batchat decides to use his gun on enemies, since he's been using neither his gun nor his optics on enemies all game. Well, that assumes he has optics. More realistically, a player of his caliber, an armed player, probably has toolbox fucking spall liner and a GLD. I don't even know. So I get side shots on the T-28, pop him. Unfortunately, we are trading 1-for-1 with the enemy at this point. And the ISU manages to delete our Roomba. Our IS-7's derping straight in. Trying to respot this guy, but there's a lot of bushes between us and a couple of buildings as well. There we go. I assume that's a fence post there, but apparently no. It must have been like the corner of a building or something. If it was a wall, it would have gone straight through. See, our bat chat doesn't know it's his job to spot. He's in armed 7, so what can you expect? Enemy mouse drowns itself. Just to be a dick. I always do that if I have the chance, especially if it's a tank like the Centurion where ammo isn't a concern. I also absolutely despise when people do that shit. His team could easily have won this match, but no, he wanted to be a shithead about it instead. So he turned what was a possible win into a definite loss. He still had a decent amount of hit points when he did that, considering his armor as well. He could have easily made that hellish for our team. So now the problem becomes assaulting the enemy spawn when they have a JP-100 cloaked up somewhere and a decent player in a Roomba who was never spotted in the first place. We know where the 101 is. I'd like to make him dead, but I don't want to be dead myself in the process. I hear a big hit go into my right side on the IS-7, so I know that's my chance. Unfortunately, my shot doesn't go through. But this guy lights himself all set to shotgun us, which he does. He fires once and starts running, which is really stupid. He could have got at least one more shot off, I think. The Roomba manages to light himself by firing at me. The bat chat, having been told it's his job to spot, now suicides into the enemy because as an armed player, that's the only spotting he knows. Fortunately, myself and Hardest do still have functional guns and do still have hit points, so we're going to leverage them while we can. JP-100's exposed, but not well enough to hit. I go for the shot on that guy. The Artie takes him first. My shot most likely would have hit though. Centurion's very, very accurate even at this range. Unfortunately, the JP's lower plate becomes a big problem when he's angling around and generally driving like a moron. So, tracking shot goes in and he gets taken out by our useless Batchat, who then gets shotgunned. Drives right into it. So it's now basically between me, Hardest, and the 268, plus our Artie of course. But Artie can't shoot what they can't see, so we need to go relight these guys. GWE I know is going to be on reload for probably at least another 15-20 seconds, probably longer. And the IS-7 is stupid and not in a good mutual support position. So I get one into the GWE and back off. I don't want to get shotgunned like our Batchat did. What I do is work my way around a little bit and then pop up somewhere else. This is what you do in a Centurion. You never pop up in the same place twice unless you know nobody's paying attention to you. And there we have it. Pretty cruisy game, kinda slow, but not too bad. It was looking a little dicey towards the end there and I started to get worried, but it turns out it was for no reason. That mouse saved us a lot of worry by going for a swim.